Hi, are you learning the Minuet in G major, the one that's all arpeggio-y? I did a whole lesson on how to play arpeggios the right way, and I really want you to know that because it's important for you to have relaxed wrists and fingers and hands and arms in order to have really successful sound, really proper technique, and to just avoid any kind of pain as you play songs that have bigger reaches, bigger stretches, and more rolling kind of motion. So be sure to take notice of that lesson and learn it. Now, how are we going to learn this song? Just like we are going to learn every other song in your future. Hands separately first. Especially with a song like this is polyphonic. It has two different parts that are each individually musical. It's one melody that goes along with another melody. So your left hand gets to be musical and melodic, and it gets to be important and loud, which is so fun. And it kind of takes turns with the right hand as to which one is most important, and you get to make some interesting decisions with that, what you think is the most interesting part to listen to at that time in the song. So learn your hands separately because it's kind of like learning two different songs that become a duet. Your right hand is going to play this arpeggio first, and then the left hand echoes it. Okay, so learn your right hand by itself and learn your left hand by itself. Let's listen to the left hand. So that's the first half of the song with your right hand, with your left hand, and you are going to want to practice those and learn them individually until you've mastered each part as if it's its own song. And then you get to do the fun thing of putting them together. But that's a separate lesson. All right. I would recommend just practicing one page for a week and then practicing, the next page for the next week because it's totally different. The second half of the song, we call it part B, and that starts at measure 16, and it gets into a minor key here. We add in some D sharps and some really interesting things. It gets up pretty high, and you're reading high notes. If you're reading, you could learn this by ear too, but anyway, we have this part. That's kind of like, it's the first thing. I feel like it's kind of like maybe like a question, and then there's the answer. It's related. It's like the same melody, but kind of an answer. Now, when I was learning this with my girls on the violin, this is a violin song too with the Suzuki repertoire. Our violin teacher taught us the funnest words for this. This is called the chocolate ice cream cone with some fudge. Chocolate ice cream cone with some fudge. And that was definitely a practice spot. So you're going to want to work on that isolated, all by itself, measure 24, 23, and 24. Chocolate ice cream cone. It's a tricky spot. So we have a triplet, chocolate ice cream cone with some fudge. It's not that tricky fingering wise, as long as you read what's written there and you start with your third finger on the F sharp. You're set up to play it accurately, so that's not too hard. But I would practice those two measures all by themselves. All right, going on, measure 25. Now, we going to finger switch on each of these little melodies. Start with 5 and then go to 4. Now 3 to 4. Now 3 to 4. Interesting. Why are we doing that? So 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Why should you shift that finger there? Why are we putting the 3 and the 4? I think a lot of times with Suzuki fingerings, we like to have repeated notes switching to a different finger. So I think that is why we're doing 5, 4, and 3, 4, 3, 4. And then I think that each of these has a familiar feeling. You're doing a scale down with 4. Each time it's 4, 3, 2, 1. And I think that's why we switch to 4. So that it's kind of consistent the way it feels. Just learn it the way it's written. There's definitely always a reason behind fingerings, and the editors have thought a lot about why. You don't necessarily need to know why, but I highly recommend that when a fingering is written in, just do it that way because there is a really good reason for it. Okay. Keep on going. Now, this next part is exactly like the beginning. So if you've already learned the first part of the song, you're going to recognize this.